Hi everyone. In this video, I'll be explaining you how to fill a share certificate. So when we normally talk about share certificates, the Companies Act by itself has given you a specified format in which share certificates have to be filled. The format is SH1. So share certificates should be filled only in this particular format. This is specifically said in section 46 subsection 3 of the Companies Act, read with Rule 5 Subrule 2 of Company Share Capital and Debenture Rules 2014. So to start with, these first four lines will be common for all share certificates, which is the heading SH1. SH1 is basically the format in which the share certificates have to be issued. So SH1 share certificate and the particular provisions which are related to it, the first four lines will remain the same, followed by your company full name. So whatever type of company, or whether it's a private limited company or a public company or a producer company or a Nidhi company, along with the suffix limited, private limited, Nidhi limited, producer company limited, along with the suffix, your full company name should be mentioned in this particular place, followed by your corporate identification number, which is the SIN number. So when we refer to the SIN number, you can find this in your certificate of incorporation or from the Ministry of Corporate Affairs website. It is basically a 21 digit number, so followed by your SIN number, and then comes is the company which is incorporated under the Companies Act 1956 or 2013. So basically, if your company is registered on or before 1st of April 2014, you will have to mention it as 1956, and if your particular company is registered after 1st of April 2014, then you will have to mention as 2013, because after with effect from 1st of April 2014, Companies Act was replaced, which is 1956 Act was replaced by 2013 Act. So based on the date of incorporation, this particular line will differ, followed by your full registered office address along with the PIN code should be mentioned here. So this has to be the latest address whichever is updated with the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. So you have to ensure your full registered office address is mentioned here. Whenever we talk about filling the share certificate, since the particular format is given by the Companies Act itself, no line should be deleted or omitted. Everything should be as it is, and you are not supposed to make any changes in the particular format in which they are given. So this particular paragraph will remain the same, and please do not make any changes in this particular paragraph. To start with, this is to certify that, and ending with each such share, the entire paragraph will remain the same. So do not make any changes in this. Come down. Coming to this example, we are assuming one particular share value as rupees 100. In that case, we'll have to mention equity share each of rupees 100. So how much our value of shares is holding here, what we are mentioning is what is the value of one particular share, what is the nominal value of each one share. So in order to find out what is the nominal value of one share, a company has to check it in the memorandum of association. So in the memorandum of association, you will have the fifth clause which talks about the capital clause. So when you read that particular clause, you will be able to find out what is the share value of your company. It would basically be 10 rupees, 100 rupees or 1000 rupees as generally. Assuming the particular company for which we are filing, the share value is rupees 100, I have mentioned it as 100 here. And how much he has paid for that one particular share. And so how much of a money he has paid for buying one share, you have to mention here. So here again I'm mentioning it as 100. So one share value is bought for rupees 100. Here we have to remember that Companies Act do not allow for issue of shares at a discounted rate, apart from issue of sweat equity shares or while converting debt into equity. Apart from these two items, issue of shares at a discounted rate is prohibited under the Companies Act. So do not mention the share value lesser than the nominal value. Then coming down is the registered folio number certificate number, name of the holder, number of shares held, and the distinctive numbers. So when we talk about the registered folio number, this particular registered folio number is like a roll number, is a unique number that is given to the particular shareholder. For example, when we were in colleges, we used to be allotting certain registration numbers in order to identify us. Similarly, in order to identify a particular shareholder in a company, these registered folio numbers are given, and these numbers are non-repetitive in nature. Once it is allotted to a particular shareholder, it will remain with him. So to start with the first shareholder, normally we'll put it as 001, and it continues as 002, 003, and so on and so forth. So the registered folio number normally refers to the unique number to identify that particular shareholder. Then comes next is the certificate number. It depends upon how many of our certificates we print, the what is the number of certificates that are printed by the company. So it is just like a page number for any book. So it goes as 1, 2, 3, 4 to start with 001 and so on and so forth, even for this, followed by the name of the shareholder. So the name of the shareholder should be ensured by checking his KYC details, and the correct spelling has to be entered in the members register as well as in the share certificate. The name that is mentioned in the members register, which is MGT1, and the share certificate which is SH1, should match with each other. So the full name of the shareholder will be mentioned here. Coming to the next one is, suppose imagining this one particular shareholder has contributed rupees 1000 to the company as share capital. So if he has contributed rupees 1000, and if one share value is rupees 100, which means that he is holding 10 shares. So assuming in that ratio number of shares held, let us mention it as 10. Here they are asking to mention in words and also in figures. The same thing has to be repeated in words also in figure. So this particular shareholder is holding 10 shares of rupees 100 each, and therefore he has contributed rupees 1000 worth of share value to the company. And what coming to the distinctive numbers, distinctive numbers normally refers to which share number to which share does this particular shareholder hold. So share 1 to share 10 is with the first shareholder because he's holding 10 shares. So share 1 to share 10. Coming to the next shareholder, it will be as share 11 to share 20, and to the next one share 21 to share 30, imagining every shareholder is holding 10 shares each of rupees 100. Okay, so considering in that way, distinctive numbers will go as 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, and so forth and so forth. So coming to the next one is given under the common seal of the company under this day. So whenever we talk about issuing this particular share certificates, according to the provisions of Companies Act, share certificate has to be issued within 60 days from the date of incorporation if it is a newly incorporated company, and within 60 days from the date of board meeting if it is an existing company. Board meeting, here I refer to the board meeting on which the allotment of shares were approved, and within 30 days in case of transfer of shares. So within 60 days or 30 days, as the case may be, the share certificate has to be issued. So in order to ensure that the day on which the share certificates were issued have to be mentioned here along with the common seal of the company. Common seal is like a metallic seal where it will have its impression in this particular place, followed by the authorization who is signing the share certificate. Share certificates are basically signed by three different persons, two of them who shall be directors of the company, and if there's a managing director for the company, one managing director and one director has to sign this share certificate, followed by an authorized representative who can be the CEO of the company or the secretary of the company. And the last one is this particular note saying that no transfer of shares comprising of the certificate can be registered unless accompanied by the certificate is a mandatory line, and this should remain the same. Do not delete this. This is how you'd basically fill a share certificate. In case you have any doubts on how to fill a share certificate or how to issue shares, you can write on comments below and I will be happy to assist you. Thank you.